Okay, so let's begin. Yesterday we had a good start on the writing test. Please increase the handheld mic. So I would like to have a feedback from us, if so to know how well you understood what was taught. So, please teach us what you learned about. I'd like to hear from us. I'll begin with those sitting in the front. They are brilliant scholars. Please, madam, what's the formula for writing an essay? Please only can you. The formula for writing an essay. Please only can you. The formula for writing an essay.
We have paraphrase.
Okay. Yes, yes. Okay. Please go ahead. No, just continue, don't worry.
For paragraph 1.
Now I have to write. The formula for writing an essay begins with P1. Okay.
Paragraph.
No.
Paraphrase,
No.
You said we copy and paste.
Formula for writing an essay. You are passing the button. No, let's finish with the ladies first.
It's passing like.
Formula for writing an essay.
Is it P1, P2, P3, P4?
Simple. That's just the formula for writing an essay.
Okay.
But she was but she wants to explain what is in P1.
Please, in IELTS, follow the
instruction.
That was what happened yesterday when he asked me a question and I started explaining.
Oh.
All right. So formula for writing an essay is what? P1,
P2, P3,
P2,
P3,
P3,
and P4.
and P4. Please, here is the formula for writing an essay. Now, by this, it means we're having how many paragraphs? 4 paragraphs. Now, the next question will be, what are the constituents of paragraph 1? Madam, what do we have in paragraph 1?
We have the paraphrase.
Paraphrase.
Thesis.
Plus. Thesis.
Which is the background statement.
Or it's either you call it background statement or thesis statement.
Okay.
So thesis or background statement. Okay.
Stance.
Stance.
Which is your opinion.
Which is opinion or view. Suggestion. Merit or demerit. Advantage or disadvantage. Nice. Here are the components or features or constituents of paragraph 1, right? Please, sir, help us out. What do we have? What are the things we are meant to have in paragraph 2? Paragraph 2.
ST.
TS.
TS.
Yes, please. TS. Okay?
Plus
Plus
ST.
VP plus
An instant.
An instance. Jennifer, what do you have in paragraph 2?
Same with paragraph. Topic sentence.
Same as paragraph 2, right? So we have topic sentence.
That's paragraph 3 then.
Oops, yeah, thank you. Topic sentence, body paragraph, and illustration. Then paragraph 4, what do we have? Conclusion. And what? Start. Please, is this clear to us? You need to know this. You need to know the formula for writing an essay. It will help you,
What
sir.
is the difference between this? What is the difference between
Instance and
that?
illustration. I was going to ask us the question. Now, remember, one major thing IELTS detests. One major thing IELTS is encouraging us strongly to avoid is repetition. Repetition. So, instance simply means example. So we can have instance in P2 and another instance in P3. So to avoid repetitions, we have instance in P2, illustration in P3. They both mean example.
So I can use it in 2 and
Pardon?
bring the other one down.
Simple. To further illustrate or to illustrate further. To buttress my point. To elucidate. These are examples, ways to launch your example. Alright, so yesterday, the first thing you must do when you are giving your question paper and you are advised to begin, what is the first thing you are meant to do? Please speak to the mic. The mic. What's the first thing you are supposed to do if you are giving your question paper and you are advised to begin? What is the first thing you have to do?
Write out the formula given.
On the day of the exam, please don't write formula. This formula is here that I'm
Okay.
preparing you for the exam. You don't need to write formula, okay? But what's the first thing you are meant to do?
Read the question.
No.
To copy out the question, paraphrase.
To paraphrase the question given.
To paraphrase the question, that's the first thing you are supposed to do.
To read the question and paraphrase.
Yesterday.
To read the question, paraphrase.
To go through the question for the keywords you can substitute.
Yes.
Not
Yes.
specifically to read per se.
Because yesterday you told us that this time you can just pick up and start paraphrasing.
Identify the words you can substitute. That's the first thing you have to do. If you read the question deliberately, what will happen? You begin to think of how to solve the question because of the exam condition. So the best thing is, when you are asked to begin, go through the keywords in the question to see if there are words you are confident about their synonyms that you can substitute. Right? So if you are able to identify those words, then use your pen or pencil and write their synonyms on top of them. So once you've achieved this, then the next is do what? Transfer onto your answer sheet. And that will be the paraphrase. In a layman's words, in IELTS, paraphrasing means you are doing what? Practically, paraphrasing simply means what? Copying the question to your answer sheet, but not verbatim, right? Please, you should understand this. It means, paraphrasing right here means you have to copy the question that is on the question paper onto your answer sheet. But don't copy it word for word. You are not meant to change some of the keywords and use their synonyms. That is paraphrasing. And I also cautioned and advised yesterday that when you are paraphrasing, do not analyze. Do not use words that you are not sure if they mean the same thing as the original words in the question. When you are paraphrasing, you are not compelled to change the words entirely. If you can change the form of the word, and it comes out English, it is a perfect paraphrase. So please, whatever words you're choosing to use, ensure that it can stand in that particular position and still pass the same information. That's when you have successfully paraphrased. Alright, yesterday I told us that after you must have paraphrased your question, you then go back to the question to do what?
Read it back.
To read the question properly now. So you are reading like twice or thrice for proper understanding. So once you have clearly understood what the question is requesting, what do? You plan your essay. How do we plan our essay? How do we plan our essay? Today, the questions will be coming from the back, not those in front. You want to come to the front? How do you plan your essay?
By bringing out your points.
By bringing out your points. Right? You plan your essay by deciding on what path you want to take. If the question says you agree or disagree, you choose whether you have better points to agree or to disagree. And whichever path you have decided to go for, you then have to plan the essay by writing out your points. So when you write out your points, you're meant to attach what to it? Each point you write out, what are you supposed to attach to it?
Detailed information.
Example. Each point you write on your question paper as rough work. Remember, when you're planning your essay, you are doing this on the question paper, not on the answer sheet, right? So each point you draft out that you intend to use to develop your essay, you are meant to attach an example to it. So after bringing out, how many points are you to bring out? Minimum. How many points? 2 points. And these 2 points will be distributed to where? P2 and P3. These are places you discuss the 2 points. Do you understand this? So, each point must have its own example. Once you have drafted out the 2 points and the examples, you then go for your opinion. There's the stance. If the question says give your opinion, you now think out an opinion. So that opinion must be detailed and clearly spelled out, written on that exam question paper. Once you have completed this stage, you are now ready for your essay. You then have to go back to your answer sheet where you have just completed your paraphrasing. Then you establish your thesis background statement. Madam, thesis background statement is likened to what? Thesis background statement is likened to what?
Introduction.
Not really. It's likened to what? A real life practice. No. A real life experience is likened to what? A real life experience. Look outside IELTS. Look away from IELTS. A real life experience. Thesis background statements can be likened to what? I talked about this. I repeated it several. It's likened to manifesto.
Okay.
Right? I said look away from IELTS.
Like what you will do in your essay.
What you will do when you become the governor of your state. When you come out and say, my people, my people. So it's likened to manifesto. This is where you express emphatically what you will be doing in the essay. So whether you are going to write to agree with the situation, you then say in this essay, I will be writing to absolutely agree with the issue raised above. If you want to disagree, you're saying in this essay, I'll be writing to totally disagree with the point or the argument above. If the question says discuss the 2 sides of the argument and give your opinion, your thesis background statement will be what? In this essay, I'll be writing to discuss the situations above. Please, do we understand? Now, when you have established your thesis background statement, you then bring in that opinion you drafted down on your question paper as rough work. At this point, your essay is completed. So yesterday we started the paraphrase. Paraphrase. Okay. Right here we have a very simple question, very brief. I will give you just 4 minutes to paraphrase this question. Only 4 minutes.
Copy and paraphrase.
No, copy. Okay, copy first. You can copy first. Copy first. Please, if you are watching from YouTube platform, kindly like this video. If you are a newer, do well to please subscribe to this channel. And I would also be glad to see your participation in this activity by dropping your own answers or response to this question on the comment section of this video. Thank you so much. Okay, you may now begin. 4 minutes. Okay. All right, so I believe we're done with the paraphrase. We actually learned yesterday how to paraphrase very quickly. Because you can't paraphrase everything, it's not possible. So we shall begin with you, madam. Let's see what you are able to do with the paraphrase. Original question right here says, it is always argued by certain individuals that schools should not, please, should not. Schools should not focus only on teaching to read and write, but also inculcate morals into the lives of learners. Others feel schools should stick to its main purpose. To what extent do you agree with the former view? Give your own opinion. I think this is a very interesting question. For me, it's an interesting question. So, madam, let's see what you're able to do.
It is always debated by a number of people that schools should not focus only on teaching to read and write, but also to I want to inculcate morals into the lives of learners, whereas, others feel schools should concentrate on the main purpose.
Thank you. I will give you 3 or 5. There is improvement. Let me try. Hit us with your own paraphrase.
Why, sir?
Because you didn't paraphrase school, you didn't paraphrase morals, you didn't paraphrase purpose. You didn't paraphrase focus when you talked about it.
I don't want to go on this.
It's fire. Okay.
But the debate and you said it's okay.
Ah.
It's very somehow.
Education have its benefits to people. As certain people are arguing that school should not only focus on teaching individuals on reading and writing, but however, school education, but however, schools should teach ethics to learners, whereas others think school should stick to its main reasons.
How many schools have
That's
you,
not bad.
how many schools have you mentioned in this paraphrase?
First of all, like I said, education.
What is education? Is this school?
I don't know.
That's why I don't want to buy this file.
Education does not mean school.
Okay,
Education.
that's tertiary.
No. School is just a learning institution, an academic institution. That's school. But education could be anything. You can learn while you're sleeping. I know. You can learn even in the kitchen. That's education too. Because we have formal education, we have 8 formal education. Then, could you please go through that paraphrase again? There's something you did. It's quite interesting actually.
Yes.
What you did in the beginning. Okay, let's hear that again.
Education have its benefits to people.
Thank you. Now, this does not connote school. In IELTS, we call this preamble. Do you understand? But it is perfect to bring this in before you now give your background statement. Do you understand this? After you must have paraphrased. Remember the essence of paraphrase is copy and paste. That's the essence. So once you have copied and pasted, you can now bring in education is a global key that has its benefits and purpose in life of its learners. As it exposes people to different knowledge and also prepares people for the real world. Therefore, in this essay, I'll be writing 2. Do you understand? Preamble. This is where to bring it, not when you're paraphrasing. You're paraphrasing. Your paraphrase is to copy and paste. Don't add, don't remove. Alright, so please go ahead.
So that one is wrong.
But it's nice, it's a good idea. You see, it has helped us to also learn something,
Yes.
right?
It's just telling you where to use it.
As certain people are arguing that school should not only focus on teaching individual on reading and writing, but however, should teach ethics to learners. That moral ethics. I don't know that's correct. Whereas others think school should stick to its main reasons.
Okay, nice. I would also give you 3. But ordinarily, I would have given you 12. But because you brought in some ideas, although misplaced, it makes sense. That's a good attempt. There are a few things you shouldn't have used. There are some words you shouldn't have used. Alright? Yes, boss.
A number of individuals are of the opinion that academics should not only stick on teaching how to read and write, but also include moral into the lives of individuals. However, others of the opinion that school should focus on its main objectives.
Okay. Pardon me, I'm not very nice at giving mark. So 3.5 over 5.
And what is still that?
Not my please. I say not
Yes.
examiner has the final say.
You don't have to be minusing our marks, no?
Sir, you didn't say anything. You just said 3 over 5.
Yes.
Yes.
What?
What brought it down to 3 over 5, sir?
All right, sir. I like the way you took yours from this point. From here.
Exactly.
You picked up from here, setting a number of
Yes.
individuals. But I was expecting a number of individuals often debate that.
Okay, those are the others.
Yes, you need to bring it. You have to accommodate what you have in the question. Don't omit any part. A number of individuals often debate that the academic institutions should not concentrate solely.
I said of the opinion. In my statement, I said of the opinion.
Yes.
I think I've.
Covered argument.
Yes.
Opinion. This is argument. This
You
is
said
debate.
the school should be academic or
Institution. Let me understand you, sir. You said a number of individuals are of the opinion.
Of the opinion that
That.
schools.
Okay, then what did you say over here?
There. I said, however, others. Okay, I brought in opinion again.
Do you understand? So there is no argument at all.
Okay,
So-
I would have bring down.
Now argue or oppose that. So if this one has an opinion and this is opposing, there is argument. Examiners will always look out for some key words in what you have written. Even if you don't necessarily bring them up at their appearance, there is a place you can still bring it towards
Another word for the school, you said.
academic institutions.
Sorry, sir, can individuals go in for learners?
No. I was going to correct that too.
I wanted to.
In a learning environment, everyone is an individual, but it's not everyone that is learning. Some are non-teaching staff, some are non-academic staff, so they don't go to learn. But learners are those that are in the school to be taught. So when we say learn individuals, we are accommodating everyone. Okay, I like that approach, very sweet. A number of individuals often debate that academic institutions should not concentrate solely on educating learners to read and write, but also use the include, right? Nice. But also imbibe, include, imbibe, include, all right? Impact. Do you understand? Then you can talk about norms and values.
I tried to use norm there, but I said
Wait, inculcate can go in for.
include.
Include or impact. Norms and values into the lives of students and pupils.
So can we take it down?
The preference?
Yeah.
A number of individuals often debate that
Sir, is that word often or often?
there's the T silence in English.
Often.
No, the T silence.
Often.
Often.
Okay,
The T
often.
is silent.
Often.
A number of
A
individuals.
number of individuals often debate that academic institutions should not concentrate solely on educating to read and write solely, S-O-L-E-L-Y, should not concentrate solely on educating learners, should not concentrate solely on educating learners to read and write, but also imbibe or impact norms and values into the lives of students and pupils.
Also invite or impact.
In IELTS, please don't do all. Just leave it there.
Okay.
You just need your primary. Unless you want to say imbibe and incorporate. But not all. You know, all is optional. But and means you want the two to do.
Norms and values.
Norms and values into the lives of students and pupils.
They also invite norms and values.
Yes, please. Imbibes or impact norms and values into the lives of students and pupils. Meanwhile,
So why using
students and pupils,
students
because here says learners.
and
Learners here is all encompassing. Students, if you say only students, you are taking away learners in primary and middle schools.
okay.
If you say pupils, you are kicking away students who are in the secondary and university. So everyone should be accommodated. Meanwhile, others opine that schools, now I'm maintaining schools because I've used academic institutions. Meanwhile, others opine that schools should hold firmly to its primary objective. Okay, so that is the paraphrase. That's the paraphrase. What am I saying? Right? Then if I follow him.